We're about 40 Stadium in Santa Clara. The full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're the Seattle Seahawks. PS4 here as we're underway in Week 15. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
13.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. They give him a gain of 38.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Through an opening, and there he goes. 20, 10, and it's a terrific return yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. He's going to get it running right. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Bo Scarborough with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Out to kick is Janikowski. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Goodwin. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A first carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he slings one. 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
21.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 11. Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Here's a give to Penny. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The 40, the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Darren Waller, 79 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski adds the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to?
Here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
This is Scarborough. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
19. Check 51. Check 51. One foot.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely, it's like we take him for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect him to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
21. No. 12.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be...
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Risky.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Play action. It's Wilson. This is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jerron Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Garoppolo now. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
11. 6.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now it's Lockett. Penalty stings big time there, wipes away a very good return.
And they work on it so hard because the goal is give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional first down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A handoff to Penny. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They keep it with Penny on first down. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Wilson gives to Procise on the delay. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Keep working, baby. Keep working, fellas.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Here's McKinnon, and he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
21.
Barkevius Mingo in that time on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start things on first down with Bo Scarborough. And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. We look for signals. 18. Let's go, 14.
On second down, here's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and pick it up with Scarborough. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On play action, now Garoppolo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. They go play action here on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Goodwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. That's going to be caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. You know, Charles, season winding down. Time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot. Today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. And the Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. That's taken on the 25. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to fire one, deep left sideline. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
13, 13. 6.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start off with a give to Scarborough. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because that's exactly what...
And now here's another interception. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Bo Scarborough, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep open. He's got a man. Complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, middle. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one.
This time Wilson will throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Solomon Thomas in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Unable to corral him. He fights through. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. There's Garoppolo to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And now running right through it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. Eight.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. The drive starts on the ground with Scarborough. And out across midfield down to the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Penny. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And he'll go down at the 28. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Seahawks on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He's going to go up top again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Wilson to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Eric Armstead in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson now operating from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And still fighting. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who have gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
14, run it. Gotta go.
Here's Wilson to throw on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Gotta go. I'm coming after you.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Man open left side is Brown. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Check back, 6. Well. 18.
First and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Throwing is Wilson. Now, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Seahawks on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Janikowski bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because
and my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best. And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, Can't really hide him. But the tight end...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Wilson wants to throw it. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Gotta go. 14.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called it.
And now here is another interception. T.J. Green with a pick. And he's got some space here. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never